we just can't buy a win right now, can we? Oh my god. This is disastrous. It really is. I mean, losing to Melbourne City, Sydney FC, we were always going to lose those games because they're really good teams, but it's only starting to hit me how bad this is getting. I mean, I know we don't have a proper manager, and we might be getting the old manager of Vancouver Whitecaps. Sure, I don't care. We just need a manager in. Craig has, I respect him, and I like the guy, and I thank him very much for coming in and helping us out. But he's not the man for the job, of course, and we are trying to find a replacement, which is good. But yeah, we just utterly we always struggle in Wellington, but this we have gone, what is that, 9 games now without a win? 9 games in a row without a win. 9. Absolutely disgraceful. As you can see, I've changed my background. Something positive to talk about. I had a bit of a makeover today. I've got a Bournemouth light up the back there. Shout out to my friend Ryan. He bought me that for, I believe it was my birthday last year. Great present, and it's a lot blurrier on this camera, but I am getting a new computer probably halfway through the year. I've still got my whole Bournemouth and Newcastle stash back there, and I am going to be playing my games of FIFA on the TV back there. So yeah, hope you guys appreciate that new setup. Again, we always struggle in Wellington. It's just a known thing about Newcastle. We never do well there, but I don't know. Today it was okay. We ended the game really, really passionately. Also, I think their goalkeeper, the Wellington's goalkeeper, I completely forgot his name, but he is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, okay? And he was probably my player of the match today. He was fantastic. He denied us many shots towards the end of the game. I know this is very unpractical, but what I might do is I might grab my phone and have a look at the Wellington and Newcastle lineup and compare how players did. So I'll grab it quickly now and kind of talk you guys through how I think we did and all that sort of stuff, because it was no doubt not a great performance, but I think we did okay. I've seen us play worse. There's absolutely no doubt about that. We have played worse in the past, but yes. So, of course, Josh Sotirio, I think that's how you pronounce it, but he's a fantastic striker, and he scored to put them 1-0 up, and then, Arroyo scored a decent goal, and, it's just like that. It's 1-1, and 3 minutes later, De Villiers scores. Just thrown it away again. Bottle jobs. We did dominate the game, but we just didn't put our chances away. Also, quickly, before I look through the lineup too much, Hoffman's shot. His open goal that he shanked. I am disgusted with that. He has to finish that. I feel like I'm going to get tired of saying this. We are so bad at finishing. I predicted 2-1 to Wellington, by the way, so not bad. Italiano was decent today. He couldn't have done any better on the goals, I think. Bogard was back in action today. He was all right. Topper was really good, probably our best defender. And Lockie Jackson, again, he keeps letting things in. He's just really mistake-prone, and I think we need to revert back to 2 at the back. When Katrumbas came on, he was brilliant. So, yeah, that kind of solved that problem. We had Matt Miller, who was just a bit aggressive today. He lost his head. He did pick up a yellow card. We had Bobby Burns. I really hope we sign this guy permanently, to be honest. He is a quality player, and he was playing left mid today. We had Kandarovsky and Ugarkovic in the middle. Kandarovsky was poor. Ugarkovic brought a lot going forward, but going back, he was a bit of a liability. He's not the most mobile player. We had Dimmy in the cam position. I think he did really well, but again, he just needs to have more shots. And by that, I mean, when he gets in good positions to shoot, he never shoots. And then when he's in a good position to maybe cross it or drive into the box, he shoots. So his decision-making is really dodgy. Arroyo didn't get involved at all today, but he did score, so good on him. And Hoffman was just he had a couple of shots, but he just didn't really put his foot through it. Either that or he put his foot through it too much. It was just really, really annoying. And Shepherd came on for, well, I think he came on for Miller, but he did okay when he moved up a bit further forward. Turgate came on. He was alright. By the way, I'm looking down at my phone. Yeah. So, we had a lot of chances in that game, yes, but we just could have done a lot better with them. We should have finished them. And a quick thing on Lockie Jackson, he started really poorly, and I think he recognised that, and he went in a bit too much for a tackle, and he's injured himself, not for too long, hopefully, but he had to come off for Katrumbas, who did pretty well. And today, we lost 2-1 to Wellington in Wellington. We should have won, whatever, but I think I want to talk a bit about Newcastle before well, actually, I think I've reflected enough on the game. Let's move into just how I think we need to deal with this season. This season's over. There's no doubt about it. We will not be making top 6. I don't think we'll even come off 11th place, to be honest, which is absolutely shocking. Ernie had poor tactics. Craig Deans can't really do anything. Fitzgerald, just drop him for a few games. Okay, he can't think that he can play crap and still get in the side. I'm glad that Dean's dropped in for today because he is not playing well enough. He seems to have just lost all his ability since he came to Newcastle. Okay, so we've obviously had the guts to make a much better lineup today. Except Burns, I don't think is a natural left midfielder, even though he did a great job at it. And we had Miller at right mid, which is. He's better at right mid. He was so good at right back before, but at right mid, he is a different animal, man. But he did get very aggressive today because we just didn't finish our chances, and he just got frustrated at the Wellington players. I do think that Miller's a great player and all that, but I would just like to see a bit more composure from him, if I'm honest. Arroyo, I mean, he's got to get more involved, get stuck in. And I think he needs better service. Dimitri Petratos has to play right mid. Hoffman, probably Cam. I would play Hoffman at centre forward, actually. And then keep Arroyo up top. And then maybe have Hoffman left wing, worst case scenario. And then, obviously, when Wes Hoolahan comes back, yes, Wes Hoolahan had to go and get injured in his second game for Newcastle, out for 5 months. He's back in a couple of weeks, I think, into training anyway. I'm so sad. Honestly, he's such a good player. He's represented Ireland countless times. He's got Norwich Player of the Season in 2015-16 when they were in the league, the Premier League. He's a great player, there's no doubt about it, and he got injured for a long period of time, which is just really unfortunate. Yeah, so it is what it is, but I'm a bit upset about that, to be honest, because he would have been such a pivotal player for our team. I still think that selling Jair was a mistake. He was such a good player. He got stuck in a lot last year, and I think he would have done well at striker, personally. But I don't think we should have sold him at all. I think that was a really poor decision. Turgate looks to be a great young player. We need to nurture him, bring him up, and keep hold of him. Italiano, the same. I think he's going to be our first-team goalkeeper in the coming 3 or 4 years, hopefully, because he looks like a baller. And yeah, not too much to say, to be honest. I'm a bit disappointed from today's result, but the performance was no doubt an improvement. But man, Wellington's goalkeeper, I'm sorry, but I forgot his name. He's a class goalkeeper. What's his name? Marinovic. That's right. I knew his name, but I just forgot it. Marinovic. Stefan Marinovic is just out of this world, bro. He is one of the best goalkeepers in the A-League. Debatably the best. I think that is probably Lawrence Thomas for Melbourne Victory. By the way, Melbourne Victory got done for against Sydney. 3-0 loss at home. Naboot didn't have a great game, which is good to see. I don't hate Naboot. I know a lot of Jets fans do, but I can't. I mean, I know he left us for money in Japan, I think it was. God almighty, why does that keep happening in videos? Anyway, yeah, and I know that, but he probably deserved a bit more money, and then he went to Melbourne Victory, and he's that kind of quality, although their last performance would beg otherwise. But nonetheless, Sydney, yeah, fair play to them. I think they will go on and win the title. I think they're just kind of ruthless. They are ruthless, honestly. Anyway, I'm really nervous for the outcome of this season, to be honest. If we finish bottom, then I think that's really going to affect our status of who we can bring in next season, because we need to bring in some good players urgently, man. Like, we need to change this squad. There's no doubt about it. Fitzgerald, I really want to sell him next season. I thought he was a good signing, but he's just been shocking for us. Honestly, shocking. Moss, I can't wait till he's back, man. Glenn Moss, you know what? He's been pretty bad for us, okay? And he's not the best goalkeeper. He's probably a good backup goalkeeper, but he's not a good goalkeeper, I don't think. But he shows more heart and more spirit, apart from Topper, than anyone else on the Newcastle team. So I love him. I love him to death for that. But if I'm honest, there's not really much to talk about. I might quickly mention, actually, Bournemouth. Again, I know this is a Newcastle video, but I do go wider than just the game. Bournemouth beat Brighton 3-1. Where did that come from? Bournemouth didn't win one in like 11 games or something stupid like that. And then we just go and pull that out against Brighton. It wasn't a great performance, but we were clinical. And brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'm so happy that we managed to do that. Wilson back on the score sheet. Harry and Cal. And also a goal, well, an own goal, but Rico was brilliant in that game. And Aaron Moy, so underrated. Honestly, he is so underrated. I know a lot of people are saying like how much of a baller he is. That's true. Did you see the goal he scored against Bournemouth? Both times, you know, first time we played him and second time we played him this season. Honestly, he's Brighton's best player for me. At the start of the season, probably not. He was one of them, I think, but since the season's come in, he's been their best player this season, man. He really has. He is a fantastic footballer, and you know the sadness of this? The only reason why he's not highly ranked is because he's Australian. Yeah, it's really sad. Matt Ryan, he's not lowly rated, but he's not highly rated, and that's because he's Australian. He could easily play for a top 6 club. You know, he could probably get ahead of Fabianski. And Fabianski's a great goalkeeper, so he could get ahead of Fabianski in West Ham team. Maybe not ahead of Leno. De Gea, I think so. I don't rate De Gea personally. De Gea makes world-class saves. Oh my god, they are beautiful. I think on his day, when he, you know, really reaches for the ball and really tries, best goalkeeper in the world. But he has so many mistakes in him. But anyway, enough about David De Gea. I hate Manchester United. We'll move on from that. We'll move back into Newcastle. Just a summary. There's not much to say. I mean, we just got beaten by Wellington, as we always do. I think it was just the fact that we were away. If we played that well at home, I think we actually would have won this 3, maybe even 4-1 or something like that. Not much we really could have done about De Villiers' goal. He looks like a quality striker, man. So, yeah. But that's all I have to say about Newcastle today. That's really all that I think needs to be said, you know. But I do appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for watching. I didn't make too many vocabulary mistakes today, which I'm shocked about, to be honest. But yeah, so hopefully I will do another episode of the Leon Career Mode. I'm getting something done with the computer I used to upload. Now, the reason why I don't use this one is because my internet is shocking and it doesn't work on this computer. So, yeah, that's that, and I don't really have anything else to talk about. So I thank you guys very much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.